In the vast and tumultuous realm of the martial world, where blades define justice and martial arts determine heroes, there once erupted an epic battle of the ages, a legendary clash that shook mountains and rivers. It was the fateful duel between Duan, Prince of Dali, who wielded divine power defying the heavens, and Murong, scion of the Murong clan, whose blazing ambition to restore his fallen kingdom burned like a fiery volcano. One was the imperial dragon of the Southern Empire, gentle in spirit, yet concealing a torrential inner force that once devoured the essence of martial masters. The other, a peerless genius of both intellect and courage, whose mastery of martial arts rivaled heaven and earth, bore the ambition of national revival like a heavenly dragon reincarnated, determined to upheave the Central Plains to reclaim ancestral glory. Their destined battle erupted at Mount Shaoxi, a sacred land where heroes gathered. The sky roared with wind, the earth quaked as even the deities seemed shaken by a duel that could alter the fate of the martial world. Duan emerged in the crimson twilight, his snow-white robe fluttering in the breeze, eyes shining like stars, exuding an ethereal aura, as if a celestial being descended. Opposite him stood Murong, clad in black like an abyss, eyes sharp as unsheathed blades, his presence akin to an advancing army of 10,000. No words, no signals, just a glance, and war ignited. Murong struck first like a thunderbolt from the heavens, his heaven and earth strike roaring like a celestial dragon tearing the skies. Duan glided effortlessly, his Lingbo Weibu footwork reaching a divine level, his figure flickering like a dream, vanishing and reappearing between earth and sky. 7 more moves followed, 7 lethal strikes drawn from the ultimate techniques of renowned sects, crashing down like tidal waves. Yet each was nullified by Duan ghostly footwork. He did not retaliate, only evaded. But that very ease only fueled his opponent's rage. Duan stood amidst the storm unmoved, like a supple yet unyielding bamboo. When Murong unleashed the formidable Tianshan plum blossom, shaking heaven and earth, Duan suddenly activated the Northern Darkness divine skill, absorbing the incoming energy and turning what should have been a lethal blow into a critical opening. In that instant, he flicked his hand, releasing a burst of invisible sword energy like a shooting star. Shao Shang, sword chi, unleashed. The sword force tore through Murong protective chi, ripping his robe and drawing blood from the corners of his lips. Thunder roared. Winds howled. The heavens and earth trembled. A cry of 6 veins divine sword thundered like war drums, shaking the battlefield. Murong, pale and cornered, roared like a trapped beast, counterattacking with Duan own techniques. But Duan, serene and detached, calmly unleashed sword chi from 6 meridians. 6 streams of invisible energy, like 6 radiant dragons, circled his body, defending and attacking in flawless harmony. Each time their forces clashed, the earth exploded beneath them. Trees caught fire, whirlwinds rose as dragons in chaos. Mount Shaoxi became a crucible of heaven and earth, where 2 prodigies dueled with the pinnacle of human martial prowess. Murong began to falter, his grand ambition unfulfilled, his blood now soaked his tattered robes. He hissed, "Without the Northern Darkness divine skill, you're nothing but a cripple." Yet Duan unwavering gaze met his, gentle yet resolute, like a towering mountain. Refusing defeat, Murong summoned all remaining strength, unleashing his final move, sweeping the army with one strike. A blow like a dragon roaring through a sea of blood, a fist to rend the heavens. Air shattered, stones exploded, the sky and earth seemed to collapse. But at that moment, Duan stood calmly in the eye of the storm, his hands joining in a sacred seal, releasing all 6 divine sword chi simultaneously, a thunderclap like heaven's wrath. Dust engulfed the sky, wind ceased, birds fell silent. All martial artists froze, their hearts gripped in suspense. As the smoke cleared, Murong lay collapsed on the ground, robes torn and stained with blood, his gaze lost in defeat and despair. Duan Yu still stood tall, pale, yet emanating a pure and serene aura, like an immortal amidst mortals. The victory was not merely one of martial prowess, but of righteousness over obsession, of purity over imperial ambition. Duan Yu had vanquished inner demons with compassion, overwhelmed burning ambition with inner peace. Henceforth, the duel was remembered as the Dragon-Tiger Summit battle, famed for eternity, etched in martial history as a transcendent heroic saga. Where two of the brightest stars of the Central Plains once collided, one rose as a symbol of virtue and wisdom, while the other was forever buried beneath the ashes of his own consuming ambition.